Hello everybody, it's Bendominator, and welcome back to another episode of the Bendominator podcast. Today is episode 25 of the podcast, which is kind of crazy. That's a quarter of 100, which is wild. Definitely gonna be a long time before we hit 100, but 25, that's kind of a lot of episodes. So that is pretty cool. We're kind of getting up there in episodes, which is pretty awesome. But welcome back to another episode, another week, another episode of the podcast. I hope you guys are doing well today. I apologize if this one is going out quite late compared to when I normally put them out. I've been very busy today, so gotten out quite a bit later. Now is just like the first time I've been able to actually have a chance to record it. And yeah, but that does mean that I know for certain that tomorrow we are going to be getting 18.30, which is pretty exciting. And of course, we'll talk about that during this episode of the podcast. Another episode where we get to speculate about tomorrow's update, which is always fun for me, which is cool because it's like the last 3 weeks we've gotten to do that. We've gotten updates 3 weeks in a row. So yeah, that's pretty cool that we've gotten updates 3 weeks in a row. And next week we probably won't see an update, but then we'll see 18.40 the week after that most likely, which is pretty darn cool. But yeah, tomorrow's update, I'm not expecting really a lot for BR. I'm expecting a good amount of stuff for creative though, and we'll get more into that in a bit once we get to the news section of this podcast. But let's go ahead and start with the content that I've put out this week. Overall, it's been a pretty average week for me. I uploaded 2 videos. I did a lot of streaming actually though, so I am pretty excited about that. I've been doing a lot more streaming than normal, and I've just been enjoying streaming a lot. Not just Royale, but also I've been streaming Horde Rush a ton, and it's been awesome. It's just been really fun. I think I did 4 streams this week, if you count yesterday as being, or I guess 4 streams last week if you count yesterday being last week. But I've done 4 streams since the last podcast episode, which is pretty cool. I did 2 of them on Royale, which I'll talk about the stream schedule for Morale in a bit. And then I also did 2 of Horde Rush, which is really fun, and I want to get to streaming that even more as well. Not really sure the next time I'll stream that. Hopefully it's in the game for like at least another week. Hopefully longer, but it seems like a week will probably be about how long it's in the game for. Which is unfortunate because I really like it, and I don't want it to go away because it's really fun. But I guess it'll have to go away at some point. Hopefully they bring it back like throughout different times of the year. Like, I don't want it to just be a Halloween thing, because I don't think Horde Rush was originally even a Halloween thing. It came out during like season 9 originally. So it'll be pretty upsetting to see it go. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be pretty sad to see it go. But hopefully it comes back sometime. Hopefully they don't wait until next year, or they just never bring it out again. That would be really upsetting. Because it's really fun. I really like it a lot. Especially more than BR has been. It's way more refreshing, way more interesting to me than BR has been. I've just liked it a lot. And in terms of BR's been pretty fun too, actually. I haven't been playing like a lot with friends when it comes to actual like battle royale, because like it's just I just find trios and like duos is doable, right? Duos is fine, but when you get into trios and squads, it's just so sweaty. And I don't think like that's specifically because of this season. I think it's just where like I'm just getting really weird skill-based matchmaking in squads and trios and stuff around this time. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's really weird and wacky. So it's just kind of messed up right now. So it's like it's really hard for me to have fun in like squads or trios, and even kind of duos. But when I'm playing solos, dude, I pop off. I've gotten like a bunch of solo wins this season already, and I don't normally get solo wins. I don't normally play solos other than for challenges or for background footage. So it's like I've been doing really well. I've been getting a bunch of wins, and I've been getting like high kill games. It's been so much fun, and I've just enjoyed doing that. And I need to like stream it too, now that I've kind of gotten like pretty good at solos. But I know for a fact that once I start streaming, I'll just play terribly. But yeah, I've been doing well in solos, and it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I don't know if like the skill-based matchmaking is just giving me easier players. I feel like it's like it's weird. Like it doesn't feel like the game like they just made it easier for me. It feels like I'm still earning the wins for sure. But like I don't know. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at the game recently. Especially like when I play from Royale, it's like I am not like some streams I still do really bad. Um, but like recently I've been playing a bit better and it's been really fun. It's been satisfying. And I don't exactly know why because I've been playing less. So I don't really know why. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've kind of gotten better at the game a little bit, which is pretty exciting, I think. I'm still not great. I'm still not really that good at all. But it's fun to see that you're improving. It's a good feeling, you know? And I feel like I've definitely improved a little bit over the last month or so. Which is why, like, when I play squads and I'm just not able to do anything, and we just, like, literally my squads experience this entire season has just been, like, anytime playing with friends has literally just been like, we land a location, oh, the location's dead. We walk around for like 20 minutes and just chat, and then we just die to another team. I mean, we've gotten a few wins, but that was close to the beginning of the season. It's just not really that engaging. In solos, I feel like I'm always like getting into fights and stuff. I'm always like fighting people. It's always like really tense and stuff. And there's definitely periods of time where you're not really doing much. You're walking around the map and stuff. But what I like to do is I like to listen to podcasts while I play. So that kind of fills in those gaps where not much is happening. And talking with friends does that too. But it's not as fun when you die to the first squad you find and also aren't fighting anybody at the start of the match either. Because like in squads, no matter where you land, like unless you land the brand new POI, it's like all the locations are so dead. Like you'll land there and no one else will be there, and it's just really, really hard to get early game kills. But like in solos, it's a lot easier to do that because more people. It's like not as many people are splitting up. I don't know exactly why, but it feels like when I play solos, I can find a fight pretty much at any POI for the most part. A few POIs, not so much. Um, and just landing Cube Town is really fun as well. So yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the solo experience when it comes to BR. I've been enjoying Horde Rush a bunch, and of course, creative's always going to be fun. Though the bugs are very much starting to get on my nerves, so I haven't been building stuff in creative as much recently. Um, so yeah, but hopefully tomorrow's update's gonna have a lot of cool stuff for creative. But yeah, in terms of content that wasn't live stream stuff, I did a video on Cube Town, which I thought was really fun to make. We don't get new POIs often, so I want to take the opportunity whenever I can to make a video on each new POI as they release, because I just think new POIs are awesome, and whenever I get one, it's kind of a really big deal to me at this point, because it's been so long since we've gotten one. So Cube Town's been really fun for me. I've really appreciated Cube Town. Of course, like the rest of the map outside of Cube Town still feels really boring. Uh, so of course, like adding one new POI isn't gonna like change the entire map, but at least for early game, Cube Town's a really nice change of pace, and I really do enjoy it. I think it's really cool. And then I made a video ranking all of the Season 6 Chapter 1 Battle Pass skins. Of course, still working on the video for this current season to rank all the skins, because I'm not level 100 yet. I know most people are though, so yeah, I just haven't been leveling up very fast. Which I mean, I've been leveling up fast now, but the thing is, I leveled up so slowly at the start of the season, and I was so low in levels for so long of the season, and I just didn't play a lot during the start. So it's like, yeah, I was like around level 30 for a very long time, so I've been trying to catch back up. But I will have tier 100 by the time the Cube Queen comes out, which will be perfect, because by that time I should have all the footage recorded for all the skins, which I'm working on right now. And then Cube Queen comes out, just gotta record the footage for that, figure out where it goes in my ranking, do the audio, edit the video, and then it should be out around the time that Cube Queen releases. So expect that video around that period of time during that week. That should be when it comes out. Assuming I do get tier 100 in that time, which I think I should. I'm like level 85 or something, 87 or I'm really close. So we're getting there. And then hopefully new challenges will come out tomorrow, which I believe they will, which will help me get there. In fact, yeah, I might even be able to get there by tomorrow, depending on how much XP those challenges give off. So yeah, that's exciting. But yeah, making the chapter 2 season 6 or chapter 1 season 6 videos what I released this week, because I've been always wanting to like go back and do the older rankings that I never did, and that was a fun one to do. I did that one specifically because it's Halloween time, and that was like a Halloween battle pass, which is what I really wanted this season, which we kind of got. But yeah, I miss like the holiday battle passes. I really liked season 6's and season 7's of chapter 1 for that reason. And I hope we get like a Christmas battle pass next season. I doubt it, because they've been trying to be more interesting with the themes. They don't like to have it just be as simple as Halloween or snow or Christmas theme for a season they go out at, which I appreciate. But I just miss those like fun like holiday themed battle passes. They always got me in the mood, the holiday mood, the seasonal mood. So I do kind of miss that. So that's why I went back and I ranked all the season 6 battle pass skins, and it was fun to like use all of those skins again. And I talked about how some of those skins I still use pretty consistently. I mean, like it's hard for me to use like, other than Axo, I don't really use any other skins like all the time. I'm always switching between different skins. Other than like Axo is usually the one that I use quite a bit. Like I'm always using Axo, but then when I'm not using Axo, I'm using whatever random skin I want to use in my locker. So I don't like use a lot of the same skin a lot of the time, but there's a few of those skins I still use a lot, and if you want to know what those are, you can watch the video, of course. And if you've seen the video, you know what those skins are. But yeah, especially for Halloween, there's some really nice skins in that Battle Pass, and I think it's one of the more underrated ones. It was really good. I like it a lot. And in terms of this season, of course, this Battle Pass is amazing as well, and I'm almost done with it. I think technically I have every skin except Carnage, so just need to get Carnage and then keep Queen, and then we're all good there. So that's very exciting stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna get all the super level styles. I doubt I'm gonna get level 200 unless I just like play a ton. I doubt that's really gonna happen. But I'll try to see if I can get as close as possible. I mean, they buffed XP so much. It's just I don't know if I'm gonna be playing that much to get level 200. But I mean, I guess if they keep giving challenges, I'll keep doing them. And I'll see how far I get. I'm just not going to really go out of my way to just like grind it a bunch. Because unless the season really like introduces something that makes me want to do that. But even this big Halloween update wasn't really able to just bring me back into the BR the way I wanted it to. I mean, solos has still been fun for me, but just like I don't. It's not really a problem with this season, I guess, with trios and squads. It's just I can't play those modes right now. It's just so boring to me. It's just the way that the skill-based matchmaking is right now, the way people play in those modes. It's just, I don't know. Unless they bring out like a really fun LTM that's like Floor is Lava or something, maybe like that could bring me back to it. But like the way it is now, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the season, I don't know if it's just specifically this season or what. It's just squads and trios just have not been, they just haven't been fun just because of this, like the skill-based matchmaking, and it's a shame. But then solos has been really good. So I feel like I've just gotten unlucky with that. But I don't know. I don't really know what it is, and I don't want to blame the season for it. But that's just how I feel. I've just really enjoyed solos. I've just had a lot of fun with it. It's been a good time. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the news section of this podcast, of which there really isn't that much. Not a lot happened this week. We got a really good update with the whole Fortnite thing, which I think is really, really fun. I love Horde Rush. I really like Cube Town. The caretakers are really cool. The Scythe is amazing. Really good update. I have to say. Probably the best update of the season, better than the season launch, in my opinion. One of the better Fortnitemares. I want to call it my favorite. Like, I feel like it would be my favorite if I was just having more fun with the game at the moment. With friends, at least. But for solos, yeah, definitely a great time. I mean, they brought back a bunch of cool stuff. The witch broom is awesome. Really fun items. I love the pumpkin launcher just because it means that you get rocket launchers more often, which I absolutely love. I love the rocket launcher, and it's just a shame that ever since like season 4 of this chapter, they just stopped giving you rocket launchers, because like you used to get a rocket launcher like every time you open a supply crate, and that's just not the case anymore, and it's kind of upsetting. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the news. Let's talk about the news. So, in terms of most recent news, of course, 18.30 coming out tomorrow. I will be making a video on it, whether or not that's whatever new skins come out or whatever update happens for creative or BR. I will be making a video on it. I made a tweet earlier today. So, here, let me just talk about the Fortnite tweet first. The Fortnite tweet says, "Do you fight with force or with groove?" And this is mentioning the vote that we are getting with the boogie bomb and of course the combat shotgun. I will be voting the boogie bomb. I think most people are. I maybe would vote the combat shotgun if it was buffed, but it really isn't. And the boogie bomb's a lot more fun in my opinion than just a shotgun. I think like we have a good selection of shotguns right now. Not an amazing one, but a good one. So I'm not too. I don't really think we need another. I don't think we need the combat, really, out of all things. If it was a new shotgun, then yeah, I'd definitely vote for it, but it was just the combat, then I'm not really a huge fan of that weapon, especially I mean, I would be a huge fan of it if it wasn't for the huge nerf that it received, to the point where it's just really useless, so yeah, probably not going to be voting for that. I'll be voting for the boogie bomb. But my main concern with this update is that, I mean, it's not like a huge concern because BR got a bunch of content last week, but in terms of BR, I'm really only expecting the vote to be the next, like, what's in the update. And that's not really necessarily an issue considering last week's update, but I don't think they should, like, get too used to doing that. And I don't want to complain about it because, of course, we don't know what's in the update yet. We could get a bunch of cool stuff for BR, who knows. But the way it seems that we're only going to get the vote, like, the vote for the things that have already been in the game before, and we're not even going to see those items until they're voted for, which will be like a week later. So it's like, yeah, I don't think there's going to be much outside of that, and if that's the case, then that's not really a problem for this update, but I hope that's not like a trend throughout the season, because that kind of already happened with 18.20 as well. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I remember when exotics were a big thing in Season 5, we would get an update, and it would literally just be like, oh, here's a single exotic that no one's ever going to use, because it's in one single spot. And this is better than that, but it's still like, oh, here's a vote that won't actually have, the impact won't be for another week after the update releases, and with this one, it's items that are already in the game. So yeah, again, not necessarily a problem with this update because we already got a bunch of stuff for PR last update, so I'm perfectly fine if they just don't do much this update. I'd like to see Pleasant get that like stage and stuff that we saw in the trailer. But if not, then I guess that's not gonna happen, which is weird because they put it in the trailer. And it was a gameplay trailer. I don't understand, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, again, not too concerned about this week. I mean, if they're just gonna do a vote, that's fine for BR for this week. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'll still play a good amount of solos this week. But yeah. But what I really want to see is some really cool Halloween cosmetics. This is like the last chance to bring out some awesome Halloween stuff. They've already brought a lot of really good Halloween skins this year. A lot of them have been reskins though, so I'm really hoping we get some really cool original stuff for Halloween. I'm really hoping that this last Fortnitemares update really gives us a bunch of cool skins for Halloween, and yeah, I hope that's the case, and I hope there's more than just like I like the reskins a lot, but we already kind of got a lot of those, so I'd like to see some original stuff as well. I kind of want a good, like, healthy mix of the two, because I feel like most of this year's stuff has literally just been reskins. And I like it when Fortnite goes all out with their cosmetics, especially Halloween. They can get really creative, and they're kind of confined when they do reskins for creativity. So, yeah, I hope they just get a bit more creative with this update when it comes to the cosmetics with Halloween. I don't really like, we don't need like a ton of new cosmetics, like a ton of new skins, but like like a few, like 3 or 4 really cool and unique ones would be nice, you know. So that's what I'm hoping for in terms of cosmetics. And then in terms of creative, I just really want swords, dude. I really, really want swords. Apparently there's a teaser about like wildlife on Reddit. I don't really know what that's about. Maybe they'll add crows or something. Sharks would be cool. Hopefully they add some more settings to the wildlife spawner to give it pretty much like all of the settings of the Fiend Hunter. I would love a wildlife manager device like the creature device, and I would super much enjoy adding all the new cube zombies. I think that would be awesome. Of course, they're not gonna add like the caretaker, even though it would be amazing. But I just hope they add in those new cube things. Like they don't even like honestly like just having their models be there. They don't even have to have like different stats and stuff, especially if you can change it with the creature manager. Because not only would it be cool to have those new models, but it would also be cool to have a whole nother set of creatures, like even more creatures to be able to customize. So you can have even an even larger number of different stats for all the zombies. So I think that would be really cool. But other than that, like, yeah, I don't know really what they mean by the whole wildlife thing. I'm guessing it's going to be more on like, oh, maybe we'll add crows or something to the wildlife spawner. I hope they add more settings to it. And I don't know about the whole zombie thing. They probably won't do that this update, if ever. But I hope they really at some point consider adding the new zombies into the zombie spawner and zombie manager or creature manager. And then also the cube scythe. I think that would be really cool. I feel like that's definitely going to come to creative at some point. Whether or not that's the next update, I don't know. It could be, it could not be. We might wait another week for that. But what I really want is just the melee weapon manager or the sword manager or whatever it is now. Apparently, it's a bunch of like save the world weapons now. It's the last leak we got for it was insane, and I'm so excited for it. And there's like hammers and axes and swords, and it looks so cool, and I just want it right now. It just looks so much fun to mess around with, and it can make for some really cool maps. So that's my main wish, and I've been wanting that for a long time. We've known about it for like over a month now, and it's been the main thing on my mind every single update since I've seen it, and I feel like it's either this update or the next update, right? Like, come on, we need it. I mean, we don't need it. I mean, I'm not gonna be super upset if it doesn't come out, but like, I just want it so bad at this point, and I really hope it comes with the game. But if it doesn't, it's not a big deal because it's gonna come out eventually. But it's just like I'm really excited to use it. You know, I'm really excited to get my hands on it and mess around with it because it's really cool. I also hope they add even more settings to the NPC device because it's really cool right now. But I hope I hope every update they just add more skins to it. I really wish you could just use any skin from your locker. I think that would be really nice. I mean, a lot of people have a problem with that because it's like, oh, it's pay to win. Like you pay to have these skins, but and it's like if somebody else doesn't have the skin, oh, they can't use it in creative. That's not fair. And to me, it's like I don't know. I mean, I guess I get it. It would be nice to have like a roster of skins like the ones they have now, but then if you own other skins, then you can use them as well. I think that would be better because as I see, it's like anything that gives more value to cosmetics is really good for the game. And I think there's a lot of ways they could increase the value of skins in Fortnite. And creative would be a great way to do it. Same with like music packs. Like I feel like giving people a reason to buy stuff more would be helpful for both us and Epic. Because like say like you have a skin and or like there's a skin in an item shop and you think, oh, that skin would be really helpful for an NPC in my creative map I'm making. Well, that gives you more of an incentive to buy it. You buy the skin, now you get to use it in creative. Hey, Epic's making more money because you probably bought the skin so you can use it in creative. Same with music packs, because I can't imagine a lot of people buy music packs because they don't come back in the item shop really at all. In fact, I don't remember the last time they even released a new music pack. I feel like it's been a while. So, like, being able to play it on the car radios and even being able to use them in creative on the radio device would give even more of an incentive for you to buy music packs, you know? And yes, it would be awesome if you had it for free, but I mean, there's no way Fortnite's, like, Epic's gonna give you the ability to use every single skin in the game on a mannequin. I mean, that would be amazing, but I think the best way to do it would be to kind of make it so if you own the skin in your locker, you can use it. Um, and also to make a better interface for that, please. I don't want to have to scroll through every name of the skin. Just give a little, like, drop down with all the icons that you can scroll through. That would be very, very helpful. Or even just open up the locker. Like, imagine a button, it opens up the locker. You can make a full-on combo for it. Maybe even have it hold a pickaxe. That would be awesome. That would be really, really cool. Maybe that'll happen at one point. Who knows? Uh, but yeah, obviously that's not going to happen anytime soon, if ever. But I think it would be really cool, though. I do expect them to add a few skins to the device every now and again, whether that's in the next update or not. I don't know, but I feel like they're gonna add a few of the creatures, or a few skins to the mannequin. I feel like that only makes sense if they're not gonna let you use all your locker stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm expecting for the update in BR cosmetics. Creative mode wise, that's kind of all the stuff I'm expecting. So yeah, I got big hopes for creative. All I really want is the swords, but other things will be cool too. Obviously, we're getting some kind of wildlife thing, it seems. I'm guessing just like crows or something like that. And yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited. Again, not really expecting anything in BR. Kind of got high hopes for creative, but we'll just have to wait and see. Another thing is the Batman Who Laughs skin is decrypted, so that's coming out. It's probably in the item shop by the time you're seeing this, actually. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Not quite sure when the comics release, but if you watched the last podcast, you probably already know my opinion on the comics. And yeah, really nothing else happened this week other than the update. Like, we got the update, and we got like we had the Walking Dead collab earlier, but we got Resident Evil collab, which was really cool to see, actually. I didn't know it was Resident Evil. So many people were excited for it, and I was like, wait, what is this? Because I didn't check Twitter, like, at all that day, so I logged into Fortnite, and I saw it in an item shop, and I was like, wait, Gaming Legend, what is this? And I should have known by seeing, like, the characters, but I just didn't, for some reason. I didn't pick up on it. So, yeah, cool to see Resident Evil. That's awesome. But other than that, like, really just not a lot other than the update. So, yeah, I wanted to make more videos this week, too. Like, I was in a really good video making mood this week, but there's just, like, nothing to make a video on. At least, like, nothing interesting enough for me to want to talk about in a video. But that's okay. Not every week is crazy. I mean, we did get a really, really fun Fortnite update. So, nothing really too much to complain about there. There's also these, like, new challenges for, like, the Rainbow Racer skin. It's, like, another refer a friend thing. Probably not going to do any of that. I just don't have the patience to do that, and I probably could find someone to get on and do it with me, but I don't really want to have one of my friends do that either. Even if it might be fun to play with one of my friends on Fortnite who hasn't played in a while, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, probably not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's cool giving away a skin for free, even if it's kind of annoying to have to get. It's still a free skin nonetheless, so I do think that is pretty cool. I wonder if we're going to get, like, free skins again for Christmas this year. I kind of forgot about that, because I remember last year we got 2 free skins, and the year before that we got 2 free skins. I guess I should probably talk about that when we get closer to Christmas, though. But that is it for the news section of this podcast, so I'm going to move on to listener questions, and I'm actually going to take one of these from last week's podcast as well. So the first question I'm going to be answering is by TBC Samurai, or Samur. Oh, that's not Samurai. Sorry if I mispronounced that, though. Will you ever try to change your content to IRL videos, like vlogs, or do you want to keep your channel only for gaming? So I'm probably never going to do vlogs, and I'm probably always going to keep my channel for gaming and Fortnite specifically. When it comes to videos, this has kind of been my main thing with this channel. when it comes to videos, I'm only posting Fortnite videos or something that's Fortnite related. And if I ever post another game, it's because it's either Fortnite related or it's like, oh, it's like I find a loophole with it where I can somehow weave Fortnite into it, which I have an idea for a game that I want to cover on this channel that I can kind of weave Fortnite creative into, kind of, not really, but I think it would be a fun video anyway to do. Um, but I don't know if I'll ever do that. But when it comes to videos, like, yeah, if it's Fortnite related, but I don't think like with all the Fortnite content and stuff, I don't really upload anything else. It's just Fortnite, and I want to keep it that way. Fortnite commentaries, Fortnite creative videos, whatever. I mean, just anything with Fortnite. Um, Pretty much, I'll do any type of Fortnite video other than like I guess no, I kind of just only do commentaries and Royale trailers, which I guess I loop into creative. I don't really do any creative videos outside of that. I've kind of wanted to get into making like creative videos, like not tutorials because I'm never gonna make tutorials. I mean, I've made a few, but they're very rare from me. I only make them if I feel like I really need to make them, or like it's like I made the chest one because so many people asked me to do it, and like I couldn't find any other good tutorials on it. Um, because it was kind of I it was just a weird situation with that one, and now like a bunch of people have figured out how to do custom loot pools since then, and a lot more people are doing them, so which is really cool. Um, but yeah, that was kind of the one exception. And then I made a video talking about like how to make a trailer and stuff, which was also a great video. I enjoyed making that a lot. Um, but that was more of like the content creation side, wasn't really having to do with actual creative itself, so that was kind of a loophole there. And the main reason I've talked about this a lot, but the main reason that I don't do tutorials is because I don't want to have my channel only be known for like tutorials. And if you do tutorials, that's fine, but for me, it's not for me, and I don't want to get stuck in the loop of having to only make tutorials and that being the only way my channel does well, because yeah, I've seen it happen to a lot of creative channels, and that's the last thing I want. I don't want to be stuck making creative tutorials, because it's not my type of thing. If anything, I want to be stuck making Fortnite commentaries, and that's luckily I'm not really stuck making commentaries. If I wanted to make other types of videos on Fortnite, I can, which is really awesome, and I'm thankful for that. Because commentaries kind of let you do anything. Like, you can talk about anything and can weave it into stuff. The main types of videos I've done really are, like, again, the commentaries, trailers for Royale, and sometimes I do funny little videos with the dev team, which I've only really done one of. I think, oh no, I've done two of them, because the Gerber video. So fun little creative videos like that, which I want to do more of as well. That's kind of the main thing. I don't really do gameplay videos in BR, though I talk about BR a lot in my commentaries. So it's not like I'm really a creative channel, but I'm not really a BR channel either. I'm just all around Fortnite, and that's what I like about commentaries, because I kind of get to talk about anything. I can talk about creative, I can talk about BR, I could talk about Save the World if I wanted to. I can talk about cosmetics. All these different things that I like about Fortnite I could talk about, which that's why I chose to do commentary. Because it just lets me branch out and do anything, which I really, really appreciate, and it makes me happy. But in terms of streams, it's a bit different, because while I say I'm never gonna make like videos on other games unless, again, I find like a loophole with it. Like an example of a loophole would be like, say they added Jonesy to Smash. That would be a loophole. Like, oh, I'm making a video on Smash Bros, but it's Jonesy, so it's still Fortnite related. That's kind of what I mean by that. But other than that, I wouldn't make a video on any other game. But in terms of streams, yes, while I mostly stream Fortnite, there are the very, very, very rare occasions, which I want to make less rare, where I stream other games, mostly on Switch, just Nintendo games like Smash Bros. And stuff. And I want to do a bit more of that if I get to streaming more often. Of course, I'll stream Fortnite more than anything else. But you guys seem to like that Smash Bros. Stream I did. And yeah, there's a lot of fun people I can play it with as well in the creative community, which is pretty cool, including Starwise. I've been playing it with Starwise a little bit as well, which has been really fun. And I know a few other creators who play some Smash as well, so hopefully I can play with them as well. And then other games and stuff. So yeah, other than that though, yeah, pretty much all Fortnite. Probably never gonna do vlogs. If you guys want to see things that are different from me, I do have a second channel which is called Bendo Bricks. I upload Lego Ninjago videos there. It's still commentary stuff. I'm still working on the other video for that, but it's something different. It's not Fortnite. And yeah, it's something a little bit different, but it's still commentary. It's still just me talking about something I'm very passionate about, but it's a bit more edited, a bit more scripted, and those videos come out about once. I've only made one, so they come out once right now, but they will hopefully be another one soon. Hopefully in November. I'm gonna shoot for November, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of how it is. So hopefully that answered your question. Pretty much only Fortnite stuff with the rare non-Fortnite live stream. Probably never gonna do IRL stuff. Maybe I'll make videos on other games if they relate enough to Fortnite, or if they relate to Fortnite discussion, or if I somehow find a loophole, or I just really want to, but that probably won't happen other than live streams. Okay. And then another question I wanted to answer was by Jack over on YouTube, and he asks, if there is a Royale Chapter 3, what terrain method will you use? Will you stick to your current method or switch to a new corner piece method? I'm not exactly educated on what the corner piece method is, but I think I have a vague idea of what you're talking about, so I should be able to answer this one. So when it comes to Chapter 3, we don't, I mean, I can't really say plans on it because, again, every time people bring this up, we don't even know, honestly. Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell you our plans for Royale past Chapter 2, even if I wanted to, because we are still just set in the mindset of what's happening in Chapter 2, you know? So we're still planning out Chapter 2 right now, and well, we've done a lot of planning for the future, and we pretty much know most of it. We're very heavily focused on that. So it's like it's hard for me to answer this without spoiling what may be future ideas for us, depending on what we decide to do after Chapter 2, which again, we're still not certain of. But I can't imagine us changing our terrain too much, because it's pretty interesting how when there's that many people working on the map, we kind of all use a very similar style of terrain anyway. Which is kind of interesting because I was prepared to answer this question and be like, well, there's a bunch of different terrain styles because a bunch of different people. But if you actually look at it, it's kind of the same terrain throughout, even though there's 4 different people working on it, because we kind of all learned, like, creative, like, with using that terrain, you know? We kind of all got better at terraining by doing the type of terrain we do, which I'm not really exactly sure what you call it, but it's very, like, Chapter 1-esque terrain. And I personally have been doing a lot to kind of improve my training skills. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it. And like my most proud terrain work in Royale has been Peasant Park. I'm very, very proud of that terraining. I'm very, very happy with it. And of course, the dev team did a great job doing a lot of the other area around it as well. Because with Peasant Park, I mostly did like the terrain like on top of like the original ground. Because we kind of all built out the original ground together, and then we all kind of split up and built different parts of the terrain. And then I kind of built on top of that area near Peasant and built up all that kind of stuff. And I am really proud of that terrain, actually. I'm very, very happy with it. So that's kind of like probably my most proud terrain work there. And it's actually not too broken. But the thing about terrain is that we may have to actually switch it up, because the way we do terrain right now tends to conflict with what Fortnite thinks is able to be a broken prop or whatever. It's weird. So I might actually we might actually have to do some experimenting to like figure out why our terrain sometimes breaks in some areas and why we're never able to fix it, because it has been a problem. So if we ever do Chapter 3, that may be a big thing we consider. But other than that, I don't really see our terrain changing too much. I just see it improving over time because I feel like it generally has. And that's really it, other than improving and just trying to kind of be better about just making our terrain more stable, even though to do that, you kind of got to work around the limitations of creative at the moment, because right now, the way terrain is, all the terrain is a prop, so it kind of messes up when you consider like all the different like buildings conflicting with props, and what creative considers indestructible, and how even if something's indestructible, it can still break if it's conflicting with a building piece. It's just a mess. So yeah, also sorry for that loud noise. But yeah, it can be really annoying, but I feel like there's ways to work around it. There's definitely people who are way more talented that have found ways to work around that and have found ways to do it. I know the corner piece method, I'm assuming I know what you mean, is a great way to kind of stop that from happening. It's a lot sturdier, but it does cost a lot of memory, and I know it's definitely it can definitely work. So that may be something we test. I don't know. There's a lot of cool different types of terrain methods out there. Brim, for one, kind of uses a mix of a few of them, but for the most part, I consider it kind of Chapter 1-esque style terrain, and I think it works really well, other than the fact that some areas are just, they conflict with the buildings and the props, and it's just a problem with creative itself, but it's a problem that we can try to avoid if we were to make a Chapter 3 and completely restart from scratch, you know? So that's definitely the main thing I would consider, is just being like, hey, how can we construct this terrain from the ground up so we don't have issues later down the line? But as for now, I mean, that's kind of how it is, and that's kind of how creative is at the moment. You got to work around a lot of its shortcomings, which is unfortunate. But you know, that's kind of what you have to do. And until 2.0 comes out, there's not much we can really do about the terrain tools that we have. So yeah, I hope that's a good enough answer for you. I think I went pretty in depth with that. And yeah. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who answered questions. Sorry I didn't get all of them, but those are the main two that I had like really in-depth answers for, that I really could like sink my teeth into. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, because I make podcasts every single Monday. And if you guys want to go ahead and check me out on Twitter and on Discord, both links are in the description below. I've been increasingly active on both of those, and it has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so mincing my words right at the end. At least it didn't happen throughout the whole thing. I'll see you guys next episode. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.